Okay, greetings everyone. My name is Gerard, editor-in-chief of Sgib magazine. That stands for Soldiers Got Intention to Believe That. And everyone should be soldiering for something, a dream, a goal, an idea, a train of thought. And welcome to the G-Spot. Hey, you know, often the time those who know me closely know that I make no qualms about bragging about the person who exposed me to music. You know, it was funny because at a time you either a Michael Jackson fan or you were a Prince fan or whatever during that earlier, you know, a decision making that we took, deciding on who we were going to enjoy. And I told you about a girl who taught me the importance of reading the lyrics of what artists were saying. At that time, I just knew a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know, everybody knows a little bit of something, but she showed me how to read the lyrics and understand what the artist was saying. And it had opened up a whole new world for me for music. I mean, of course, the artist that we listened to mostly was Prince. So as a result, you know, I ended up being a Prince fan. But you know, it's interesting that, you know, I believe that the things that makes us all individuals is that we all, no two of us have the same exposure to people who made influences on our lives. And this is one person who has made an influence on mine. So right now, I'd like to introduce you to your Sunny Day. What's up, Sunny? How you feeling, baby?
Good.
Now, you got to understand, Sunny and I, we have a real history.
History.
Yeah, so we got a few things. Sunny, tell my viewers a little bit about yourself. I know the lighting's bad in here, but you got to understand we're in the G hours of the night. She has a beautiful home. Eventually, you know, we might get some footage from there, but right now we're just in the kitchen and I'm working on the magazine. But go ahead.
Okay. Well, I live in Portland, Oregon, and I sing and play blues mostly. And
okay, back up a little bit. Wait, how much back up a little bit?
Okay. I'm also
I'm
also a perpetual student studying psychology. I've got.
Okay, yeah, okay, like that.
Okay.
The reason I'm doing that because I want the light on her face. I see she's in the shadow, so I'm trying to get a little more light.
Okay.
So you can talk about the light.
All right, try to talk like this.
Okay.
So yes, I'm a student. I'm always a student. I'm almost finished with a PhD in clinical psychology, and decided to take another master's instead before I finished the doctorate. But I never stopped playing music.
Okay. You know, I remember, Sunny, when we first got together. This was like in the '80s or so, and how she had a keyboard and she was always playing and always singing, and it really does my heart good to see someone who I was exposed to at an early point in time in their development, and then eventually see them as they reach their development stage. Of course, you're still growing.
Yeah.
So, what's the music scene here, bro? Like, tell me about the music scene here in Vancouver and Portland.
Well, you know, Portland is known for their blues. They are. It's like, you know how 30 became the new 29, or the new 21, and then 40 became the new 30, and then every color for the last 10 years has been the new black, and Portland has been the new Chicago for about 15 years. So we've got a really strong blues scene out here. We like our coffee, our microbrews, and our blues. Okay.
You know, when I showed you some of my pictures of the Godfather Soul, Mr. James Brown, and you saw the guitar player, and I was like, I was shocked to find out that he lives in Portland and he's on your Facebook, because
yes, he
I
does.
would like to contact him.
Yes, and we're going to hunt that guy down. We're going to find him.
Okay, great. Okay, so like I said, I'm here in Vancouver laying out the magazine. But Sunny, you tell me about a song.
Yes, back when you and I were together, and we were young and foolish and extremely attractive.
Some things never change.
I thought I was a poet. I found out I was not. I was a terrible poet, but I was a songwriter, and bad poems often make good songs. And so the last time that we had seen each other, I had my husband and I split up, and we're living in Westbury, and I had run away to your mother's house.
That's New York.
New York, in Bayshore, and we had spent 3 or 4 days together before I cruised back to Portland.
Right.
And I think I was here 2 months when I wrote this song, and it's called Inspired.
Wait, before you tell them that, I'm gonna tell you a little story about the New York trip. There was one time, you know, we were leaving from my father's house in Queens, and then we were riding the subway, and we were in the front car, and Sonny kept bugging me.
And Henny was giving us alcohol. Henny was definitely giving us the really good whiskey.
Yes.
A lot of it.
Yes. So anyway, so she was knocking on the door, of the conductors, and I guess I nodded off for a second, and then I woke up and I didn't see her. So then I walked to the front of the conductor's booth, and she's sitting on the conductor's lap, driving the train and all that stuff. It was hysterical.
I don't know if you remember on our way out.
Can't do that today.
On the way out to the Bronx to see your dad, we were standing between cars while you sang at the top of your lungs, "Love Child."
Oh, okay.
Do you remember that, doing your best Diana Ross?
Wow. You should have kept that on the line. Love child, never meant to be.
You were screaming, "Started school in a wonton dress that somebody threw out."
I never learned to live without. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, but that is a good song. Yeah, okay, so what are you going to do for me now? You're telling about.
This is called Inspired, and I wrote this about us. So it goes like. There it is. Inspired with a sadness, and I was like left alone screaming in the silence that stays and lingers in the air when you leave me. And I was like cool, so cool, like October breezes. And baby, we were inspired. We were dirty desire, temptation strong like heaven's fire. We were inspired. By all rights, you're a poet, an artist by nature. I was the novel you opened in the middle. As if by magic, you possess me with your teasing glance. And I tried to run from love, and I never stood a chance. 'Cause baby, we were inspired. We were some dirty desire, temptation wrong like heaven's fire. It was inspired. From February snow to April rain, they could not contain us, 'cause we'd make love anywhere. We didn't care to shock their conscious mind. We created enough they could not define or capture in a few lines of repose. Rap poetic over me, your rhapsody, baby. We were inspired.
Wow, thanks, Sonny. Okay, this is Gerard, your host at the G Spot. Is there anything you want to say before we end it?
No, I haven't played that song in a long time, and I was learning to play it again while I was
so nice. I feel wow. I don't know how it feels to actually be inspiring music. Okay, so remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly and always pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one who can see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm Living Good, being hosted by Sunny Day here in Vancouver, Washington. You can reach me at 631 I'm sorry, 347-882-0847. Or you can email me at S as in Sam, G as in George, I as in India, B as in Bravo Magazine. That's SGIB Magazine. Alright, I'll talk to you later. And remember, if you haven't got a goal, a dream, or anything like that, get as much as you can, as fast as you can, and go home. I'll talk to you later. Peace.